Success journeys start with dreams, but it isn't the straight path always. We often fall into profundity of failures. So, if you are a person who doesn't want to hide beneath but wants to make it happen no matter what, stay tuned as we are going to trace out on traditional ways how to turn our setbacks into stepping stones. Hey there, Bless here. So you probably have already figured out that this video is about to find out how our faith and inspirations are dilated into doubts and uncertainties. At the outside, we start our journey by dreaming big and setting up goals to make a name for ourselves, which can range from achieving basic necessities to finding out the actual reason for our existence, or even to prove ourselves that we mean something. So, as we work on that and as the time goes on, we eventually experience the questions like, why am I failure still? Where has my hope gone? And how did I stray from path of determination to drawbacks? I had hope, I had faith, and yet I find myself facing failure. This question resonates with every individual tirelessly seeking to figure out how has everything started to vanish into thin air. If we consider faith and hope, which are the building blocks of life that has driven us to start something, often seems to be not found anywhere when we try to search again after attempting numerous failures. This is because faith is based on sound mind. Sound mind can also be referred as self exercise in other translations, which can help us to understand its meaning in depth. Here, I would like to quote a verse from the greatest mentor in the Bible. It goes like this: For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. It's clear that we already possess the power, that is faith and heart that we require to start something. But these words help us to highlight the idea that faith drives with a strong and balanced mind. Let's dive deeper. Consider an example of an athlete. Exercise is an crucial part for the preparation for competition. Without it, you cannot be prepared for the big day. Similarly, when we start to embark on a journey, we need to be prepared to practice our minds and emotions in order to hold on to your faith consistently. Or if we fail to manage our emotions and our feelings in the moments of despair, we risk losing our initial faith, and we eventually will find ourselves in a situation where we have forgotten why we have started and what made us to get started. Life ain't easy. It typically presents us with this. But if we don't have the strong grip on our intellectual system to tell our mindset, to guide our emotions, not to give up, but to trust on God, we become vulnerable to profound failures and despair, even to the point of risking our lives weighed with guilt and disappointments. So it is important to cultivate a sound mind to advance in our life, which enables us to stand firmly when life starts to test our faith and hope in God, but not to get tricked to lose our self control and emotional responses, which might lead to downfall. So, you might wonder, how can I practice a sound mind, or how can I guide my emotions not to give up at that times? Fortunately, God loved us so much that He provides not only the necessary strength, but also a composed mind or sound mind through the practice of His peace. For it says, you will keep in perfect peace for those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. So when we place our trust in God, we totally rely on Him, we depend on Him, and we believe in Him that God will help us to overcome our trials, in which in turn it enables us to maintain a steadfast and peaceful mindset. So through that unwavering trust on God, He will help us to accomplish our heart desires with abundant grace. So practice your sound mind, finding your peace in God, and stand firmly irrespective of how many times you may encounter the setbacks, being mindful that each setback ultimately contributes to your achievement.